The Philippines a Century Hence Summary and Analysis. The Philippines a Century Hence is an essay written by Philippine national hero Jose Rizal to forecast the future of the country within 100 years. Rizal felt that it was time to remind Spain that the circumstances that ushered in the French Revolution could have a telling effect for her in the Philippines. This essay, published in La Solidaridad, starts by analyzing the various causes of the miseries suffered by the Filipino people. First, Spain's implementation of her military policies. Because of such laws, the Philippine population decreased, poverty became more rampant, and farmlands were left to wither. Second, the deterioration and disappearance of Filipino indigenous culture. Because of this, the Filipinos started losing confidence in their past and their heritage, became doubtful of their present lifestyle, and eventually lost hope in the future and the preservation of their race. And third, passivity and submissiveness to the Spanish colonizers. Because of the use of force, the Filipinos learned to submit themselves to the will of the foreigners. One question Rizal raised in this essay was whether or not Spain did indeed prevent the progress of the Philippines. For one thing, keeping the people uneducated and ignorant had failed. National consciousness had still awakened, and great Filipino minds still emerged from the rubble. Keeping the people impoverished also came to no avail. On the contrary, living a life of eternal destitution had allowed the Filipinos to act on the desire for a change in their way of life and to move towards progress. And lastly, exterminating the people as an alternative to hindering progress did not work either. The Filipino race was able to survive amidst war and famine, and became even more numerous after such catastrophes. Spain, therefore, had no means to stop the progress of the country. What she needed to do was to change her colonial policies so that they were in keeping with the needs of the Philippine society and to the rising nationalism of the people. What Rizal had envisioned in his essay came true. In 1898, the Americans wrestled with Spain to win the Philippines, and eventually took over the country. Theirs was a reign of democracy and liberty. 5 decades after Rizal's death, the Philippines gained her long-awaited independence. This was in fulfillment of what he had written in his essay. History does not record in its annals any lasting domination by one people over another, of different races, of diverse usages and customs, of opposite and divergent ideas. One of the two had to yield and succumb.